Tuesday, Melania Trump just sent a message that torched her husband's entire legal defense. 4 words, 1 text, 0 loyalty. According to sealed court filings leaked this morning, she said it herself. I've got the 61 pages. Page 14 shows Melania's own communication directly contradicting Trump's sworn testimony. Here's what they're not covering. Page 22. Melania's 4-word message to her personal attorney. He knew about it. That's the filing, not speculation. But that's not the worst part. Those 4 words didn't just surface randomly. They were produced by Melania's legal team in a separate proceeding, meaning she voluntarily handed them over. She wasn't subpoenaed. She chose to release them. 14 days until Trump's legal team must respond. Clock's running. Let me show you what's in these documents. Quick context. Melania Trump, Donald Trump's wife, largely silent since leaving the White House in January 2025. The issue? Trump's legal team has argued for months that he had no advanced knowledge of the financial scheme at the center of the civil fraud case. That defense just collapsed. Timeline, fast. 3 months ago, Trump's attorneys filed sworn affidavit, claiming no internal communication supported for knowledge of transactions. 6 weeks ago, Melania retained separate independent counsel, splitting legally from Trump's team. Today, court filings reveal Melania's forward message destroys the no-knowledge defense entirely. That's the setup. Now, what's in these court filings that everybody missed? The court documents. Page 14. Melania's iMessage to her personal attorney dated March 3rd. He knew about it. Direct quote. He knew about it. Don't let them say otherwise. That's direct contradiction of sworn testimony. Page 19. Trump's legal team filed affidavit 6 weeks earlier. No principal had advanced knowledge of the financial structure. Melania's message is timestamped 11 days before that affidavit was filed. Connects to the first finding. Trump's attorneys signed a sworn statement. Melania's own words sent to her own lawyer. Prove they knew the opposite was true when they signed it. Gets worse. Page 31. Metadata shows the message was forwarded twice. Once to a third party outside the legal team. Third party identified in Exhibit C as a senior financial advisor connected to Trump Organization. Someone outside Melania's legal circle received a message that says the former president had foreknowledge. 3 findings. Same pattern. Melania confirms Trump's knowledge in writing. Trump's attorneys filed sworn statement claiming the opposite. That statement was filed after Melania's message existed. All documented. Pages 14 to 34. But wait. Page 38? Exhibit D shows Melania's legal team flagged this message to prosecutors themselves during a separate deposition, not subpoenaed, not compelled, volunteered. They handed prosecutors the weapon that destroys Trump's core legal argument. Timeline proves intent. March 3rd. Melania sends he knew about it message. March 14th. Trump attorneys file sworn affidavit claiming no foreknowledge. April 2nd. Melania's team voluntarily produces the message to prosecutors. May 19th. Documents surface publicly. 77 days from message to public exposure. Deliberate court's notation on page 39. Production of Exhibit D by Respondent's Counsel appears voluntary and unprompted. Not accidentally disclosed. Voluntarily produced. That's a wife handing prosecutors her husband's undoing. And here is what makes it worse than it already looks. Page 41. A second message. Same thread sent 4 hours after the first. Melania to her attorney again. Make sure this is preserved. Direct quote. Make sure this is preserved. All of it. That's not a casual text. That's instruction to retain evidence. She wasn't venting. She wasn't processing privately. She was telling her lawyer to hold on to documentation. Documentation that directly contradicted what her husband's team would later swear to in court. Gets worse again. The attorney she sent it to confirmed an Exhibit E had already been copied on Trump Organization. Financial summaries dating back to January 2024. That attorney knew the full picture. Melania knew the attorney knew, and she still sent he knew about it. Timeline proves knowledge on both ends. January 2024, Melania's attorney receives Trump Organization financial summaries. March 3rd, Melania sends he knew about it. Don't let them say otherwise. March 3rd, 4 hours later. Make sure this is preserved. All of it. March 14th, Trump's team files sworn affidavit claiming no foreknowledge. 6 weeks between preserve this and the sworn statement that contradicted it. Not an accident, not a miscommunication. 2 messages. Same day, same attorney, both preserved, both now in court. This was not impulse. This was documentation. Subscribe. More documents dropping on this Monday for 23 p.m. Here's what happened. Melania's independent counsel filed a supplemental brief in Manhattan Civil Court. Routine on its surface, 40.1 pages. Exhibit D attached with no fanfare. The respondent provides his communication in the interest of full transparency to the court. Trump's lead attorney got the notification, went silent for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Immediate consequences. Trump's legal team requested emergency. 72-hour filing delay at 6:47 p.m. denied within 40 minutes. 2 senior attorneys from Trump's firm withdrew from the case. By 9:11 p.m., Truth Social posts from Trump's account stopped entirely for 6 hours. 2 hours and 48 minutes between the filing and the first attorney resignation. That's how fast this moved. While everyone focused on the attorney withdrawals, Melania's team filed a second document at 11:04 p.m., a clarification brief. It didn't walk anything back. It added more. The clarification stated, Melania's counsel had additional communications. They were, quote, prepared to produce upon court request. There's more. She's offering more. The judge's response issued a standing production order at 11:52 p.m. requesting all communications between January 2024 and present day. That's documented in docket entry 847 Celsius. Trump's team now faces a court order compelling production of communications they had no idea the opposing side already possessed. They've been operating blind. Melania's team was holding documents the entire time. When 2 senior attorneys resign the same night, a client's spouse volunteers evidence against them. That's the moment the defense strategy stops working. This changed everything. Like, if you're seeing what I'm seeing here, here's what nobody caught. Appendix B of Melania's supplemental brief shows this wasn't the first time she separated from Trump's legal position. There's a prior filing March 28th. Different case, same pattern. This wasn't in any coverage today. This is a second document. In March, Melania's counsel filed a response to a Florida-based inquiry that directly contradicted Trump's attorney's position on asset valuations. At the time, nobody connected it. Separate jurisdiction, different legal team representing Trump in that case. Easy to miss. Today's document makes the March filing retroactively devastating. 2 separate courts, 2 separate filings, both showing Melania's legal team distancing from Trump's stated positions. Numbers tell the story. 2 separate jurisdictions with contradictory Melania filings. 3 Trump attorneys who have withdrawn in the last 6 weeks. 61 pages of new court documents produced by Melania's team. Pattern, not coincidence. If Melania's team is producing contradictory filings in multiple jurisdictions, Trump's attorneys can no longer assume they know what evidence is out there. Every case they're managing just got harder. Former federal defense attorney Carol Okafor confirmed the multi-jurisdiction problem on MSNBC at 10:17 p.m. Quote, coordinating defense is nearly impossible when a spouse has separate counsel producing that's independent legal analysis from a defense perspective. This changes the scope from one case to every active legal matter Trump's team is managing. How we got here. 14 months ago, Melania quietly retained independent counsel separate from Trump's legal apparatus. The move drew minor attention, framed as routine. 8 months ago, sources close to the Trump legal team described Melania as cooperative but uninvolved in the legal strategy. Reporters bought it. Nobody pushed back. 6 months ago, Trump's own spokesperson said publicly that Melania was standing fully behind the legal defense. Statement was picked up everywhere. Nobody questioned it. Today, every one of those characterizations is inoperative. Quote from Trump's senior advisor. December 2025, Melania is fully supportive. There are no daylight issues between them legally. What happened? Melania's team retained separate counsel without coordinating with Trump's attorneys. Produced a contradictory March filing that went unnoticed across jurisdictions. Voluntarily submitted Exhibit D, the 4-word message, without being asked. Each time the public assumed alignment, the legal separation was quietly widening behind closed doors. Until today, what broke the pattern? The voluntary production? Trump's team could have survived a subpoenaed document. They cannot survive a spouse's attorney choosing to hand it over. There's a legal difference between being forced to produce evidence and offering it. Voluntary production signals something. Willingness to assist the other side or willingness to distance from a defense that's no longer tenable. Both explanations are bad for Trump's legal team. Stay with me. What experts are saying changes this? What experts are saying. Former federal prosecutor Ellie Honig, CNN legal analyst, 14 years DOJ experience. Voluntary production by spouse's counsel is legally catastrophic for the defense. Translation, there's no way to challenge what your own wife's lawyer chose to hand over. You can't argue it was coerced. Former White House counsel